come to my attention there might be a misconception going around that I said I was the best musician in the world, and now people want to treat me like shit. Well, you know, they were treating me like shit before, and I never really said that. What happened was, every band I've been in pretty much failed. They quit when we started going places, or, you know, pretty much. And so I got a studio and a record company and played all the instruments myself, and then, you know, tried to help out some other great bands, incredible musicians whose music I liked as much as my own. Anyway, in 2000, I guess it was 11, 12, I was sending some of my music to record companies. I sent it to a bunch of them, like 20 or 30 of them, maybe 40. And every single one of them, you know, I just had a bio. You know, I had a bio and a couple of my songs. And every one of them told me to stop contacting them. He said, stop sending us stuff. So I was like, all right, well, I'll change my approach. And I said, you know, and I wrote, you know, I could quite possibly be the greatest musician in the world. You know, I write string quartets. I write new music theory. And, you know, I can cut tracks in one take. And, you know, and you're just, you know, overlooking me like I'm nothing. And clearly, if you listen to my music, it's excellent music. So what's the deal? You know, and they may have spread, you know, they may have neglected to show the first emails where I was, you know, just presenting my music with the bio, and then shown the second one with a lead in like, this guy thinks he's the best in the world, and we're going to show him that he needs to be humble. You know, and I always give people props. You know, the bands on Timeless Stylist were the greatest musicians I've heard. Some of them, I mean, their music was as good as anything I've ever heard. And I love their music as much as my own. You know, and I always give props to people. And I'm not the kind of guy who sits here and tries to act like I'm the best fucking guy in the world, and I can do everything you can't. You know, I am a good musician. I have done miracles with my voice and with my guitar. So I do have to give honor to God. Perhaps I am the best, you know. And in that sense, but I might be. But before I did the miracles, when I sent the emails to the record company. But there's always people. The fact is, there's always going to be someone who can do something you can't. You know, because music is a very broad field. You know, even on the same instrument, there's always going to be different strengths and weaknesses. Sure, someone might have more skill than overall, but there's still, you know, someone who can do something they can't. You know, so I mean, even if someone was the greatest musician in the world, there's always different styles. There's always different approaches. You know, and different skills, and it's really a stupid thing to worry about. And you know, I don't really appreciate everyone slandering me. Everyone always acting like they know who I am and they know what I am, and I'm some arrogant fuck, and I'm some kind of overbearing person. Because every band I've been in was completely democratic. I always try to keep it that way. And the first band I was in, Hardwood Floor, which Fred Durst stole some of my vocals from, that I wrote when I was 18. The one that goes, yeah, yeah, I fucking can't remember. It's a long time ago. But, you know what I'm talking about. And, I do remember it, but I have to sing the other lyrics. Let's see, the way I had it was, talk to me, yeah, say to me, oh, make me free, oh, yeah, nothing, oh, nothing, yeah. Anyway, he changed the lyrics, but kept the stuff in between. You know, so I should have been famous at 18. But, you know, I've been fucked over. When I was in Hardwood Floor, you know, we got a new singer, because I didn't really want to sing. I was just singing because we didn't have one. And I wanted to play guitar. So I was fine with that, you know. And he tried to dominate everything, you know, until, you know, we had a really good drummer, we had a really good bassist, and I was a really good guitarist, and he was a really good vocalist. And he wanted them to play drum lines that he came up with, bass lines that he came up with. and guitar that he came up with. It was like, well, he's not as why even get anybody who has extra skill if you're not going to use it, you know? So I tried to keep democracy, but I ended up getting kicked out. And every band I've ever been in has been democratic, but they've always ended up sabotaging. So actually, right here, you know, it wasn't democratic particularly. The guitarist and the keyboardist wrote all the stuff, but you know, we practiced for 6 months, got all the songs together. I played bass, and then we played gigs for about 6 months, and we got gigs lined up in Memphis at all the best venues in town. And then they quit, and it's like, what the fuck, you know? And that just keeps happening, you know. So, Hard Before, we were about to go places right when they kicked me out, and then they broke up. So you know, it's a bunch of BS.